There you go.
They make fun of your stature, but you got a tall spirit, brother.
Thank you.
So, you're a giant. You got a giant spirit. Anyway, I'm David Little, and by applause, how many swimmers do we have here in the house? Swimmer? Okay. By applause, how many, like me, sinkers do we have in the house? Not many of us left. See, I thought the first time I realized I couldn't swim, I was 5 years old. And my mom, she said, "You sure you can swim?" I went, "Yeah, I can swim." You know, you see the movies and everything all the time. People jumping in, breaststroke, backstroke. You know, I just knew I could do that. You know, so I jumped in the pool, and all of a sudden everything turned into slow motion. I'm trying to get some air. I'm trying to get up, and I open my mouth and I swallow almost water. And I'm like, oh, please. Lifeguard came in and got me out. But sometimes you think you can do something because you, I don't know, maybe too much TV or anything like that. But anybody ever been into horseback riding? Yeah. Summer vacation, horseback riding? Yeah. Anybody remember horseback riding the first time? Yeah. The first time, the first time I went horseback riding, I thought the horse was trying to kill me.
That's right.
Because you're supposed to take control, but the horse was like taking control. And what was scary about it when I was riding a horse was that it was taking me up near a cliff. And so I thought it was taking me near the edge, and I'm thinking, you know, and plus he didn't do like I thought, you know, in the Westerns, it was really cool because it'd be like, yeah, giddy up, come on, you know. And this horse was like doing a number 2. He just like boom, boom. I went, this isn't cool. This ruined my vision of horseback riding forever. Embarrassing moments. These embarrassing moments happen summer vacation, but you know, we gotta find the humor in it. Summer vacation, sometimes you get embarrassed, but you look around to see if anybody's watching you. One time I was like walking up the street and I ran into a telephone post. You know, first thing you do, you look around and make sure nobody saw it. And then as a man, you can swallow your pride and go, ah! You know, but if everybody was around and like there was girls, I'd be like, I'm okay. Go home and have a coma. Crazy. Yeah, so embarrassing moments happen when you're waiting for the barbecue to be ready. You know, summer vacation, it seems like they're gonna find a way to speed up the barbecue process, right? Because when you're hungry and they're barbecuing, you're waiting and waiting, and your stomach starts growling, right? You know, then I gotta explain myself. I gotta tell people that are watching me that thinking, no, you didn't, David. I'm being, wait a minute, that sound came from up here, not back here. Yeah, I let it be known. Although sometimes nature calls, you know, and you gotta pass gas, you know? So you try to find a spot, you know, where it's like no people around, and you go there to that secluded spot. And then what happens? Everybody come out the woodwork. Hey, David! Oh my God! And then that smell hit and poof. They're like, oh, David, man. Oh man, brother, you been to the doctor lately? We got to get you signed up for a health plan or something. Yeah, embarrassing moments. Summer vacation, bugs come out. Bugs come out of nowhere. There's aggressive bugs that I think they're like suicidal bugs. You know, because you know what, those are the bugs that like, you ever have a bug like fly in your eye really fast? It's like, boom, you're like, oh, you know? Or they like fly up your nose, you know, really quick, and you're like, wait a minute, is this bug on a suicide mission? If I was a bug and I had something that was so big as a human being, I'd be trying to get out the way. Yeah. Why are you gonna go right into something as big as a human being? You know? And then you got yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And then you have bugs that are like, you know, I don't know, they have too many fermented grapes or something, and they're like drunk, like fruit flies. I don't understand, fruit flies be like, you know. And then you got bugs you got to give respect to, right? Those are the ones with the stingers on them. Those ones will make you go hifey, as cool as you try to be. Like, what is that? Is that a buzzsaw or something? Like, oh, that's a bee. That's a bumblebee with a big stinger on it. You'd be like, you know, trying to get out the way. Yeah. And people see you from across the way, right? They don't know there's a bug after you. They look at David, they go, oh, you don't have a Bluetooth in his ear. He don't have an iPod in his ear. Brother ain't taking his medication. He going off. Brother crazy. You better pray for him. Crazy. People go to, anybody campers here? People like to camp? Yeah? I'm more power to you. Something about the camping thing that just doesn't agree with me. First of all, you got the mosquitoes. And unless I'm in a mood to where I can't get to Red Cross. Red Cross is closed today, so I'm going to donate my blood to nature, to the mosquitoes. I'm going to go camping. And they love to have you. You look like a delicious, come on, And they get you, they bite you all over. And what do? We share our bites with other people. It's like, I call them organic tattoos. Because, they bitches, I got a couple here. Yeah, I got some in the back of my leg. Yeah, it got around. Yeah. Out in the woods camping, I don't like, I heard something on the radio that just chilled me. It made me think they said bears coming out of hibernation. That means the bears are waking up. And I don't know what is motivating about going out to the woods and going camping where the bears are, because the bears are hungry, and to a bear, you look like a Big Mac with French fries for legs and French fries for arms.
Wow.
And they want to eat you. I think people have been to too many zoos or something. So you go to the zoo, you're protected, right? From the bear, because they got the bear bouncers there. Somebody's back there that's watching the bear. Make sure they don't grab you. And the bears just, for some reason, will, Smokey the bear, will eat your face. So I just stay away from a camping situation. I do like fishing. Any fishers in the house? Fishermen? Fisherwomen? Fishing is nice. The only thing about fishing is that sometimes I feel like a little guilty when I'm fishing, because, when you're done catching the fish, you got to clean the fish. And the fish are like looking at you with that big eyeball, making you feel guilty. Like, David, man, why you do me like this? I was just trying to go to school. You pulled me up out the water, man. What's up with that?
Wow.
Yeah, and you got to decide if you're going to leave the head on. I'll put a bag over it. Put some tartar sauce on it later. Then you have summertime. You have situations where you're home alone, and I've been in a situation where mom and everybody had to work and everything, so I had to pretty much kind of fend for yourself, and sometimes you get in trouble. Sometimes I get in trouble. I mean, I wasn't trying to get in trouble. It just trouble just like, hey David, what? Leave me alone, I had a ball that went on top of the roof, and I was trying to get it down. And honestly, I was trying to get the ball down, so I got a brick, and I was trying to get my ball down, and I threw the brick up, and it went through the window. The neighbor, and I'm just like, oh man, what do I do now? And what happens is, like, when we kids and everything, and summer vacation and everything like that, when you get in trouble and they know you're going to get a behind whooping, and they get to watch and tease you, they form a circle around it. They go, now you done it, you done it. Now you done it, you done it. Oh. So my great aunt, San Antonio, Texas, she would, I was 5 years old, she would like to, she'd make you get a switch off a tree.
Yeah.
Make you get this, so you do a long walk and you're like, how do I get out of this? God, how do I get, God, please, I won't do this anymore. How do I get out of this? You got to go. So I thought, well, I put on some long pants because Texas is really hot. So I put on some long pants. And I thought, okay, I'll save my legs at least, She got first thing she across my arms. Oh! I didn't cover the arms. I didn't think about that one. Now my dad, you don't mess with my dad. My dad was in the service. He's in the Air Force. So he had like a big Air Force belt. So when it was time for him to get you, you really got it, because he had like this rhythm thing he liked to do. When he beat you, he'd be like, didn't I tell you? Huh? Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? Huh? Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? Huh? Didn't I tell you? my brothers and sisters, they would be teasing in the background, you know. They'd be singing chorus. They'd be going, yes, he did. Yes, he did. So I'll get you guys later. Didn't I tell you? Huh? Didn't I tell you? After summer break was over, you have to go back to school. You have to talk about what you did, and there'd be kids that would say, you know, what'd you do? There were kids like, I went to Europe. I went to Disneyland. You know, my story was like, I collected rocks in my backyard. I had a rock collection. But I had to embellish it, you know. I had to make it special. I said, these rocks were from a meteor. A meteorite that came and landed in my backyard, and kids would go, ooh. Yeah, and it was just amazing because the hardest part about summertime, the hardest part, and I'm closing on this, is keeping that white shirt clean. Keeping that white, I can never do that. I can never do that. You know, I would come up and, you know, I put a white shirt on and everything, get ready for the day and everything like that, summer vacation, everything like, people want to come up and touch you. Hey, David, how you? Hey, wait, does my white shirt look like a hand towel to you or something? You like keep your hands off, you know, I'm trying to keep my white shirt clean. Impossible. Especially when ice cream, summertime means ice cream too, right? That means my favorite ice cream, and I have to get down with that, you know. But I have to make sure that the wind wasn't blowing, so I'd be like, you know, trying to keep it off of me. Somebody said, David, what? Oh, get it on me. So I learned to wear black shirts. And anyway. So anyway, I hope everybody has a good summertime. I hope you enjoyed the time here. Thank you for the invitation. And hey, happy summer. Have a great summer. I'm David Little. Thank you for listening. I brought a friend here tonight. This is his first time out, and probably a little feisty, a little shy. But would you like me to bring him out in the few minutes I have left? I'll bring him out. Okay. His name is Dan. Dan the Man. So his first time out anywhere. So welcome, Dan the Man. I'm Dan the Man. I'm a dwarf. I'm not a midget. Anybody call me a midget, gonna have to meet me outside, and 40,000 of my other homies in America, and you would definitely be subjected to a beatdown that would go viral on YouTube. 40,000 dwarfs. If you call us the M word. The M word in a dwarf word in a world is midget. Don't ever call a dwarf a midget. Them is fighting words. When you're a dwarf, when you're a little person, people, they say stupid things and do stupid things. They think just because you're little and low to the ground that you won't bend them over with a low blow. Pow! Low blows are dangerous. Low blows, if you say anything, if you call us the M word, you might get a low blow to the butt, kneecap. We bend you over with a low blow to the balls or the box. You talk crazy, you come at us crazy like that. We have one guy one time, he came up to me, you know what he said? He said, why is your head bigger than the rest of your body? I looked at him and I said, why are your man boobs bigger than your fat gut? Are you pregnant? Or are you lactating? He couldn't answer that one. He couldn't answer that one. I had one person one time, people do stupid things when they see little people like us out there. Stupid things. One guy came over, he thought he was being funny. He took his Rottweiler off the leash. He sent his Rottweiler off the leash, and before he said let him go, he looked at me and he says, my dog is in heat.
He said, do you want Vaseline or KY jelly with what he's going to do to you? Well, the dog came running up to me, and here's what I did. I grabbed him and bought a collar. And before he could get up to mount me and go down on the downstroke, I grabbed his collar. And I jumped up on top of that Rottweiler, and I was riding him like a rodeo horse. Yeehaw! Giddy up! Yeah, don't try that with us. Don't do crazy stuff. People with dogs don't think you'll do anything. Somebody tried to sick their dog on me one time. You know what? I told him, you know, you might just witness, you may not want to do that. You may just witness an apocalypse zombie moment when I spread your dog with relish and mustard and eat that sucker. I might just do that. Crazy. People do crazy things. One time the dog came up to me, raised his leg. I said, you let your dog raise your leg to me like I'm a fire hydrant, I'm going to tie his wiener in a knot. That's true. It's true, sir. True that. When you, a little person, this is the life of a dwarf. I'm Dan the man. This is the life of a dwarf. When you're a little person, it's hard to get a job. It's hard to get it. You know the new movie out, I forget her name in it, but it's called Snow White and the Huntsman. Now that's Snow White, and she got like 7 doors. She got some doors. You know what? They hired big people for that. They hired big people and they digitized them so they were little. So that means I ain't got a job. What's up with that? You wonder why we angry. You know, he making a little money with the Jackass movies. You know, me, he making a little money, you know, whenever the Austin Powers come out with another movie, you know. But, you know, I did get a little role in playing the Ewok.
You get 2 minutes.
Thank you. With the Ewok and in Return of the Jedi. That was a long time ago. So, food for thought. Next time you see a little person, you don't call us the N-word. We're little people or dwarves. Don't take our picture. Don't come up trying to touch us. Don't come up saying stupid stuff. You know, we just want to be treated just like everybody else. So just remember that next time you see a little person out there. I'm Dan the man. David? Where's David at? Where's my check? I'm supposed to get paid for this, you know. David! David! I gotta go get David. You got some money for me. David! Thank you all for listening.
Welcome YOLO Lounge. I'm David Little. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And I just gotta ask you if anybody knows the answer to this question. What is, okay, this is for Portland, Oregon. How do you know it's summertime in Portland, Oregon?
It's raining.
You're close. The rain is warmer.
Yeah.
Summertime in Portland, Oregon. Well, the thing I love about summertime is beautiful. It's full of what I call eye candy, as well as, you know, eye garbage. The eye candy is the beautiful ladies that like to wear the tight-fitting things that make us just like act stupid, look stupid. And the garbage, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the alcohol that kicks in. You see those dudes that like look like they're in their 3rd trimester and they take their shirt off and they got like big hairy stomach. But they got ladies with them though. I think they must be rich. And so the ladies don't mind so much, you know, they got like a basketball in their stomach. It looks like they swallow. Crazy. I like the fact that, you know, we're living during hard economic times. And we change the language to help us deal with it. You know, everybody right now during summertime, they go on vacation, right? Well, they developed a special terminology for poor people like myself. It's called a staycation, right? Make you think you're going somewhere, but you ain't going nowhere.
You know, where you going? I'm going on a staycation this year. Really? Where's that? I don't know. I'm just gonna stay. I think I'm just stay awake. Yeah. Crazy. There's a special thing that guys, kind of stupid thing I've done before as a guy. And you gotta be really careful, you know, when you're talking to the ladies, you're making an approach, and you're being generally honest. You ever go to a lady and you go, oh, I didn't know, how far along are you? You either get slapped, or if that person is your girlfriend or your wife, you just took an oath of abstinence. You're not getting any for a long time, if ever. Done that before. They've got the most popular song out right now. Anybody know what it is? A little audience participation. Been on the charts right now. Really hot song.
Friday.
No? Now you're only someone that I used to know, somebody. I'm not going to keep going, else everybody will run out the door. Okay, we got it, David. Damn. Someone that I used to know. Now why has that song been up on the charts for like a month straight? Really hot, really popular song. My theory, and I have to relate it to myself. I don't know about you all. Every year I take New Year's resolutions. You know, pledge, you know, certain things that I do. And it's always that I'm gonna go on a diet and that I'm gonna lose weight. And I think that song was developed for people like me that, you know, they look at a picture, they look at an old picture of themselves and they start singing that song. Now you're only somebody that I used to know. You ever look at an old picture of yourself and you're like 10 pounds lighter and you look so much better and you're just like, who is this person? This looks like a different person. How do I get back to that? Anyway. This is, we got the 4th of July coming up. By applause, does anybody own any pets?
Yeah.
Okay, do you? Okay, well, you gotta be careful. During this time, it's kind of like a swap thing, because what happens, 4th of July, your dogs, your pets, they think it's Armageddon. They think it's the end of the world, so they can use that opportunity to get rid of you. If you're not feeding them right, doing everything, they'll leave and they won't come back. You know. Now, on the same token, if your pet's getting on your nerves and you're trying to encourage it to leave the gate open, fireworks, dog is gone. The dog or pet is gone. So it's one of my crazy thoughts here. I'm going to close on this here. Anybody ever been on a cruise? I haven't either. I had somebody almost tried to get me to go on one. I didn't go. But I think there's people that generally like cruises, and there's probably nothing wrong with them, but I think some people haven't been on a vacation in a long time, ever, and they decide to go on a cruise. And they find out the hard way that pirates don't look like Johnny Depp. You know, the pirates, they don't go like, arr. They're pirates nowadays that, hey, you know, imagine the cruise here. The folks are like, you know, Aunt B, you know, from Mayberry, going on the cruise with her husband for the first time. They're looking in the binoculars, they're looking way out there, they're going, oh, honey, room service. No wonder our room wasn't done. They're trying to get to the boat. Come on, so help them get in. You know, so they slow down thinking that they're late, you know, for changing their beds and everything like that. Get on the boat, all of a sudden, it's like, I didn't know that they were pirates. Gee. Anyway, beware if you're going on a cruise. I'm David Little, and thank you for listening. Yellow Lounge, thank you. Here we are, another edition of David Little Short Laughs. Hey! All right, and Met ladies here on the corner. They got like a funny story, a true funny story, and we're just dying to hear it.
It's kind of funny.
Okay, let's hear it.
He had to be there. Anyway, this crazy girl and I used to play pranks, and one of them was go in public and make a fart noise really loud and see how people react. Were we at a department store? We were at Kmart. Oh,
Now can you do the sound?
and well, she does it best. And we also did it in the movie theater, and it went like, well, she has a lot of practice.
Set up the scenario. What was the people were walking around, or
We're like,
We had our own aisle, really.
we had an aisle. We knew people were coming by, and we thought, let's make a really loud noise and see how they react when they come by. And so we did it, and then we hid.
Let's hear it.
Here we go.
Let's hear it. That was good. Now she didn't have it.
And then the people would come by and go,
They want to know who was up to what.
yeah, like, who did that? And we'd be, it was loads of fun. We just did it in the theater. Anyway, that's it. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you. Very good. All right. Take care. Let's hear it.
Here we go.
Let's hear it.
Anybody having sex tonight?
Yes, we got a funny joke.
Let's hear it.
What comes out of a penis when it's hard?
Ladies, you gotta watch this. Watch what he's gonna do. Come here. Yeah. Watch this. Okay. Then show him what you just showed me. Watch this. All for you ladies.
The wrinkle. Let's do it.
Anybody want to have sex tonight? Okay, y'all, look at the hands that went up. We got to do some networking here.
Portland, Oregon leads the nation in online hookups. That made me wonder, does that mean that if you don't have a computer and you really like sex, that you're still screwed anyway?
I go on and on, can't understand how it lasts so long. I must have superpowers, strap 225,000 out.
Y'all give it up for David Little.
Bitches be crazy up in Portland.
Okay,
They be crazy.
And we'd be, it was loads of fun.
Let's hear it.
Here we go.
Let's hear it. That was good. Now she didn't have it.
And then the people would come